Comenzamos. Good afternoon, everyone. We be in the webinar Entrepreneurship and Innovation in the Digital Economy, Challenge and Opportunity. The first time begin with this webinar. One second. Change the. Okay, this is a pleasure to be here as someone who has spent years wearing the hats of a research, a professor, and a mentor of startups. I've seen the entrepreneurial landscape shift dramatically. Today, I want to take you through journey on the state of entrepreneurship. We will look at where the real opportunity lies today, and more importantly, the hard challenge that every founder must prepare for. Let's start with the contents. If you were launching a company 5 years ago, the mantra was growth at all costs. Raise money, farm cash, acquire user, and figure out the profit later. That word is gone. We are witnesses a paradigm shift due to macroeconomic factors, inflation, interest rates, and geopolitical instability. The era of cheap money is over. Today, investors and the market are demanding sustainable unit economics from day one. This isn't bad news. It's a return to sanity. It means the ventures we build today will be stronger and more resilient than the unicorns of the past decade. To understand the current landscape, we must look at how we build. In my years teaching at the university, I have stopped asking students for static, 50-page business plans. Why? Because as Steve Blank says, no business plan survives first contact with customers. We have shifted to the lean startup methodology. The goal is no longer to execute a plan, but to search for a business model. It's very, very important. Find the business model. We teach founders to get out of the building, validate hypotheses, and build minimum viable products, MVP. This is from planning to experiment is the single biggest reason why startups today can move so fast. So where are the opportunity in this new reality? The first is obvious, but often misunderstood artificial intelligence. But I'm not talking about building another ChatGPT. The real opportunity for entrepreneurs lies is the application layer. We are seeing a shift toward vertical SaaS. This means using AI to solve very specific, boring, and specific problems for needs industries. Legal, construction, logistics, or dentistry. The opportunity is not the technology itself, but in how you use it to drastically reduce costs and increase the efficiency for traditional business. The second massive waste is climate threats. This is no longer just about doing good. It is about urgent market demand. Regulation in Europe and USA are forcing large corporations to track and lower their carbon footprint. This creates a massive B2B opportunity for startups that help companies measure, report, and reduce emissions. From circular economy solutions, turning waste into resource, to the energy transition and decentralized power grids. If you solve a problem for this planet today, you are solving a painful compliance problem for less customers. The third opportunity is demographic. We often obsess over Gen Z, but the wealthiest and fastest growing demographic in the developed world is the over 60s, the silver economy. Healthcare system and collapses under the weight of a aging population. This opens the door for health techs. Start focusing on preventive care, remote monitoring, and telemedicine. Furthermore, there is a blue ocean market in developing technology that is accessible and improve the quality of life for the elderly. Don't ignore this market. It has the highest purchasing power. Let's widen our lens. For decades, we look only at Silicon Valley, but the most exciting data I'm seeing as our research comes from emerging markets, Latin America, Africa, and Southeast Asia. These regions are leapfrogging legacy technology. For example, in regions without traditional banking branches, fintechs isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. We are seeing unicorns rise, not by copying the USA, but by solving massive local infrastructure gaps. If you are an investor or a founder, look south and east. That is where the next billion users are coming from. It's very important. Now let's take off the rose-colored glasses and talk about the challenge. The biggest hard rise now is the capital crunch. The founder winter. Venture capital funds and developing capital much slower. The bar for a Series A round has tripled. For you as entrepreneur or mentors, this means we must teach the art of the bootstrapping again. We need to build businesses that are funded by customers, not just by investors. Valuation corrections are painful, but they are happening. Funders need to let go of their ego regarding valuation and focus on survival and cash flow. The second challenge is human talent. We live in a remote first world. This is great because you can hire anyone, anywhere. But it is a nightmare for building culture. How do you instill a sense of mission in a team that has never met in person? Furthermore, while these giants have layers of staff, top-tier talent remains expensive and hard to retain. The challenge today is not just hiring, but again employed who have many options in the gig economy. We talked about the lack of the venture capital, but there is another player entering the game aggressively. Corporate venture. Larger corporations know they are too slow to innovate internally, so they are opening their doors. We are seeing a massive rise in open innovation, where startups partner with giants to scale. For you, this means capital might not come from a VC funds, but from strategic partners like Microsoft, Toyota, or a global bank. It's a symbiotic relationship. The startup gets scale, the corporation gets innovation. Finally, a challenge that is close to my heart and often discussed in my mentorship session. The mental health of the founder. We used to glorify hustle culture, working 18 hours a day, no sleep. That is a recipe to failure. The data show that burnout is the number one killer of early stage startup. More than running out of cash, the challenge for modern entrepreneurs is building resilience, very important in this moment. It is about management of our psychology, dealing with the loneliness of leadership, and understanding that entrepreneurship is a marathon, not a sprint. This brings me to psychological change. In my mentorship session, the hardest thing for a founder to do is to admit they were wrong. We call this the pivot. Culturally, we often stigmatize the failure, but in entrepreneurship, a pivot is not a failure, it's a data-driven correction. It's very important. The best entrepreneur left their ego at the door. They fall in love with the problem, not their specific solution. Being able to kill a feature or even an entire product line because the market size no is the hallmark of the mature leader. So how we navigate this? Based on my research and mentorship, which is the formula for the next generation of winners. Fall in love with the problem, not the solution. Be feasible on your product, but stubborn on your vision. Priority, profitability, vanity metrics, likes, downloads are out. Revenue and retention are in. It's very important in this moment. Build anti-fragile teams. Hire people who thrive in chaos and can adapt quickly. Before we conclude, I want to challenge you. For too long, we have worshipped the unicorn, the mythical billion-dollar company. But there is a new moment reaching the zebra. The zebra is a real animal. Their profitability, their project is each other in her, and they are sustainable. As we look to the future, I encourage you to build companies that are built to last, not just built to sell. Build for legacy, build for the community. That is the true spirit of entrepreneur. In conclusion, yes, the weather are lower than before. Capital is expensive and competition is fierce. But the problems facing our world, climate, health, efficiency, are bigger than ever. And where there are big problems, there are big opportunity for entrepreneurs. Thank you very much for your time. In the next, I to pass the word to Catarina Alves from Universidade Autónoma de Lisboa.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Okay. Hello, everyone. I would like to begin my presentation by thanking Professor António Cabeças for inviting me to be part of this webinar, and also António Portillo. I would also like to thank all of you for joining us today. My goal here is to bring you a more practical presentation through some examples of how I work with entrepreneurship on a daily basis. Since you will be listening to me for a while, I will speak briefly about myself. My name is Catarina Alves. I am 28 years old and I live in Lisbon. In my free time, what I enjoy most is spending time with my animals, my 2 cats and my dog, and of course with my family and friends, spending time at the beach, listening to music, taking photographs, and watching documentaries about criminal investigations. I am also interested in different fields, which end up complementing each other. I hold a bachelor's degree in sociology, a master's degree in policy science, and I am currently halfway through my PhD in international relations. And now you ask me in which of them I am working, and the right answer is none of the above. Somehow, entrepreneurship found its way to my path. I started working at the Autónoma Group in September 2023 as the coordinator of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, which was also created at that time. At first, I wasn't sure if I was the right person for the role, especially because it had never been a priority area in my career. I began to think that I was too young, had never built a very rich company that could serve as an example. I had never led a large team, and I had never had a really out-of-the-box idea, you know. So why me? And I will give you the answer shortly. Most of you may not have heard before about Autónoma Group. It is a well-established and respected organization in the education sector in Portugal. Guided by a vision of sustainable development and holistic education, the group stands out for its academic, social, and economic impact. The group mission is to educate highly qualified citizens and professionals with critical thinking, ethical awareness, and entrepreneurial mindset. This mission is based on values such as excellence, innovation, social responsibility, and internationalization. As a result, its academic offers covers a wide range of fields, from communication, history, management, economics, law, technology to psychology. There's a bit of everything here. Currently, the group includes 4 main institutions. The main one, Autonomous University of Lisbon, the oldest private university in the country. a nursing school, Autónoma Academy, focused on shorter courses and training, and a school of arts. The group believes the future is built on trust, knowledge sharing, strong partnerships, and continuous innovation, and decides it was time to expand its mission to society by creating other services, including the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. So I quickly immersed myself in entrepreneurship and wanted to learn more about it. I developed a strong interest and genuine passion for this work. Creating a center from scratch was a big challenge, and it continues to be a daily challenge, actually. But it is a journey I face with enthusiasm, commitments, and motivation. And perhaps that was my first major challenge as an entrepreneur. Not exactly the moment of creating and coordinating the center, but the entrepreneurial skills I set out to develop. And that's when I began to understand the reason this role was given to me. I didn't necessarily need to have years of experience, established companies, or 20 people under my leadership. In fact, what the group was looking for was someone with an entrepreneurial attitude. So, what does that mean exactly? At the Autónoma Group, entrepreneurship is seen as a matter of attitude. It means that being an entrepreneur means challenging yourself and developing key skills like resilience, creativity, proactivity, teamwork, among many others. The truth is, no one is born an entrepreneur, but we can all become entrepreneurs if we are willing to. Embracing this mindset opens doors to personal and professional growth and creates value for society. Professor António Cabeças will bring you more about the topics of entrepreneurship and innovation, but for me, entrepreneurship is about spotting opportunities and using knowledge, creativity, and initiative to turn that opportunities into value. Innovation is closely linked and involves turning new ideas into practical and impactful solutions. Entrepreneurship and innovation can exist alone, yes, they can, but together they can create something really, truly transformative. The Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation focuses on this idea and started through a collaboration between the Autónoma Group and between challenge and success. I know these two words, between and between, sound the same, but between is a spin-off from the University of Minho and a leading company in implementing projects in various fields of knowledge with a particular emphasis on entrepreneurship. Our center focuses on connecting higher education with the real world, offering knowledge and tools to create businesses and social impact, promoting entrepreneurship, innovation, and essential future skills like those that I talked about. By creating an environment conducive to experimentation, constructive failure, and innovation. It contributes to the formation of leaders, of entrepreneurs, and agents of change. Our mission is to bring entrepreneurship to different areas of activity, and we work with very diverse audiences, such as children, youth, students, seniors, athletes, associations, entrepreneurs, as well as local and governmental entities, among others. Thinking about our main areas of activity, we have producing services. Here we offer services, programs.
Excuse me, Catalina, your microphone is silenced.
Yes, thank you, António. We usually present our projects to potential partners, like municipal councils, business associations, sports clubs, companies, and others, who are expected to promote entrepreneurship as part of their work and their social responsibility. Examples of these initiatives include idea competitions, boot camps, workshops, municipal entrepreneurship and innovation plans, entrepreneurship academies, the creation of entrepreneurship offices, among others. I'm sharing with you some photographs of this kind of initiatives. Second, we have education for entrepreneurship. We support students in the process of creating and managing new initiatives. As an example, currently, we are running the third edition of our idea competition. The first edition focused on sustainability, the second one on social innovation, and this third edition focuses on education, health, and technology. So the participants have to present their ideas to a jury and can attend a free entrepreneurship course to develop their projects and prizes, including monetary awards, internships, visits to startups and incubators, and tuition fee exemption, for example. I think in these photographs we all can see the happiness on their faces. And I would also like to say that this type of initiative to take place, we need to have really strong partners by our side who help us move forward. Like, for example, Santander Foundation Portugal has been supporting some of our initiatives, namely the second and the third editions of the idea competitions that I'm talking about. As the third focus area, we have incubation and acceleration support. We established a fully occupied office for our young entrepreneurs, named the Entrepreneurs Office, with the creation of the Autónoma incubator, a university incubator. They can develop ideas, hold team meetings, meet potential clients, and access our partner network whenever needed. Since the center was created, we have supported the creation of 2 junior enterprises and many other ideas. Even when participants did not win this kind of competitions, we provide all the support they need to create successful initiatives. And finally, European funding programs. We help design, prepare, and implement projects with available funding. Recently, we developed 2 new projects. One focused on senior entrepreneurship and one on entrepreneurship in prisons that I personally like, which we plan to submit for funding next year. In a simplified way, my first goal here was for you to get to know the work that has been carried out by our center. My second goal was to convey the message that entrepreneurship should not be limited to the creation of large businesses or million-dollar companies. Of course, if we manage to do that, it's great. I wish I were rich, and I wish that all of you become rich as well. But entrepreneurship begins long before that. Entrepreneurship starts within each one of us. It begins with our attitude, and I really think that we can all be entrepreneurs. And I hope that I have given you an overview of the center's work and sparked your curiosity. I am leaving you with this QR code to access all our virtual platforms. You can also contact us by email for anything that you need. I will be here to answer all of your questions. And now it's my turn to pass the word to Professor António Cabeças to talk us about entrepreneurship and innovation. And thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much, Catarina.
Thank you.
Perfect. The next is António Cabeças, but I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Autonomous University of Lisbon for organizing this webinar, and especially António Cabeças. Because it's impossible. Thank you very much. I will now give to the Dr. António Cabeças for you explained your vision for the entrepreneurship and innovation. If your point of view. How coordinator to MBA Data Science da Autónoma Academy. Come on, Antonio.
Thank you. Hello to everybody. I hope you will like this presentation. I will share the documents. Here it is. Future trends shaping the next generation of digital entrepreneurs, navigating opportunities in the digital economy. Let's go. I will start with a fast introduction, and let's begin with a simple but fundamental question. What is entrepreneurship? I think everybody that is present here today knows what is entrepreneurship, but I will show you some definitions to allow you to understand better this issue. Entrepreneurship is the process of developing, organizing, and managing a new business to generate profit by assuming risks. So an entrepreneur will assume risks. If there's someone that will not assume risks, it will be not an entrepreneur. So, according to Joseph Schumpeter, an entrepreneur is an individual who innovates by introducing something new to the market, whether it's a product, a service, or a method. And innovation is the practical implementation of ideas that result in the introduction of new goods or services, or in the improvement of the supply of goods or services. So this is the definition by ISO TC 279. Innovation is important. Why? It's important because it drives economic development, generates social progress, supports environmental sustainability, and new projects drive organizations and the economy to evolve, acting as agents of change and contributing to innovation. So we can ask this: can innovation exist without entrepreneurship? Yes, but without entrepreneurship, innovation remains an idea and fails to produce the real-world results. Another question is, can there be an entrepreneurship without innovation? Yes, but it merely repeats what already exists, creating activity without meaningful progress. So it's doing the same thing that already exists. If an idea never reaches the market, it doesn't create impact. So the entrepreneurs who truly make a difference are those who combine innovation and execution. And entrepreneurship is the mechanism that transforms innovation into real-world results. Let's look at the real-world impact. Projects drive business and economy as they enable innovation and act as agents of changes. Approximately 40% of the world's GDP globally is generated by successful projects, many of them entrepreneurial. And many companies, as you know, have disappeared over time because they did not innovate and evolve. Example is Kodak's failure to adapt to digital age. They didn't believe that the traditional film would be substituted by digital machines, even less the smartphones that all we have. That's in general, the quality is really better than the traditional film for photos. So the Kodak didn't invest in evolve the technology issue related to the digital, and they disappeared from the market. And it's something incredible because Kodak, when I was young, was a so huge enterprise, multinational, and now today is nothing because they don't innovate. In Fortune magazine's 1955 list of the 500 largest companies, today only about 70 are still active. So this is very important to understand that 500 largest companies in 1955, only 70 are still active today. Okay? They didn't adapt to the evolution and they went out of the business. The message is clear. Innovation is not optional. It's a survival. And the digital economy landscape, it's important. You see, digital economy projected to reach $30 trillion by 2030, the next 5 years, okay? 4 or 5 years. Growth driven by e-commerce, fintech, artificial intelligence, cloud computer. and global reach possible with digital tools. We are living, as you know, the fourth industrial revolution, and this revolution is also called the digital revolution, and everything happens very, very fast. The rhythm of this revolution is very fast. So we have some trends, and the first trend is artificial intelligence and automation. All transforms business models with automation and analytics. So artificial intelligence transforms business. Okay. Examples: chatbots, AI-powered market research, content creation, and others. The opportunities here are the effect of reducing costs and, of course, scale faster. The entrepreneur has the capability of scale faster. Scalability is very important to grant the evolution of the project, the idea in beginning with a company that may scale very fast in terms of the use of artificial intelligence and automation. But the real question isn't should we use AI? No. The real question is how can we use AI better than our competitors? So we must be better than our competitors. That is the idea. The second trend is the Web 3.0. For those who don't know, this is the next generation of the internet, which aims to be more decentralized, user-controlled, and trustless. So we link the Web 3.0 with decentralization. And Web 3.0 is built on blockchain technology, non-fungible tokens, the NFTs, and decentralized finance, the DeFi, enabling entirely new business models and digital economies. What are the opportunities for the entrepreneurs? Tokenized assets, centralized marketplaces, community-driven governance, emphasizing trustless and transparent systems that reduce dependence on centralized intermediaries. For example, with banking today are dealing with many systems on the smartphone, on the computer, and I don't remember the last time I went to a bank branch to make some operation or do something with a bank. So this is the evolution that is clear on the financial sector, and it's starting to be more effective on other economic sectors. The third trend is remote work and global talent pools. The pandemic, the COVID pandemic, accelerated a global shift towards distributed teams, creating new opportunities for startups and entrepreneurs. This brings major benefits. The first is access to worldwide talent. The worldwide talent is available for enterprises, lower operational costs, flexible and diverse teams, and the ability to build global companies from day one. I remember when I was working in project management in a financial institution some years ago in the 80s and 90s. Sometimes some projects had collaborators from other countries. I had collaborators from England, from Ireland, from France, from Israel, from Germany, and so on. Even from countries in some Asian countries. So today this is easier because working with other countries today with all the tools that we have available for communicating and collaborating tools, it's nothing to do with what I had at that time. We had the phone, but we used less the phone because of the costs and the starting of using emails. So today we can do this kind of meetings with everyone in every country. So it's it's a new reality, totally different. So in terms of remote work and global talent pools, we can say that a startup can now work with professionals from different countries, all seamlessly coordinated online. And the barriers to global entrepreneurship have never been so low. This is good for the entrepreneurship. The trend four is subscription economy and creator economy. Subscription economy is a business model where companies earn revenue by charging customers recurring fees rather than one-time payments. It's a strategy. Creator economy refers to the ecosystem where individual creators, for example, artists, writers, video producers, social media influencers, monetize their content directly. Today, individual creators, as designers, influencers, teachers, writers, developers, can monetize directly through first, subscriptions, second, memberships, third, digital products, fourth, online courses, and at last, exclusive content. So this creates opportunities for platforms enabling creators, entrepreneurs becoming creators themselves, using knowledge as a scalable product, and of course, the digital world allows anyone to turn talent into a recurring revenue stream. This is very important. Trend 5 is sustainability and social impact. Consumers value environment responsibility and social impact. Everyone now are more concerned about what is happening in our environment, and this is very important. And the entrepreneurs in the future may help the environment to not going on the wrong way. So there are some opportunities here for the entrepreneurs also, the green fintech, circular economy products, sustainable marketplace, climate tech, ethical artificial intelligence, and also carbon reduction solutions. Companies with strong impact strategies are increasingly the most competitive. They are more competitive if they have strong impact strategies on these areas. And this is a message I think is very important for the new entrepreneurs, is that profit with purpose is a competitive advantage. We are not saying that the profit is not important. When we talk about sustainability, of course, we talk on the profit that we may have with the project, with the company or the startup, whatever we will create, but also problems with the people and also with the sustainability. So these are the three main vehicles for sustainability: profit, people, and planet, with of course the environment aspects that we must look very carefully. Trend 6, it's the immersive technologies. Virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and metaverse platforms already exist. These technologies are transforming shopping, training and education, entertainment, tourism, digital real estate. So even we have these technologies on healthcare simulations. And we are witnessing a new way of experiencing digital spaces. It's still early, but the growth potential is enormous. And this is the message of Trend 6. Early adopters will lead the market. Okay? Early adopters of these technologies, these immersive technologies, will lead the market. Key skills for the next gen digital entrepreneurs. With all these changes, what skills will entrepreneurs need? Okay, there are 4 key areas. The first is the digital literacy. understanding tools, platforms, and emerging technologies. The second is data-driven decision-making, interpreting metrics, analyzing trends, adjusting strategy. The third is agility and adaptability. The ability
Professor, the mic is off. You need to turn it on, please.
Excuse me, Antonio. Your microphone is silenced.
I don't know on what point I switched off.
Okay, perfect.
I was talking about continuous learning in a rapidly evolving world. Learning never stops, and the message is that if there's one essential capability, it is exactly the ability to keep learning. So this new generation of entrepreneurs will need learning ongoing. We never know everything. We are learning new things every day. So the new entrepreneur must have this capability to not stop, to keep learning. Some challenge and considerations about this issue. Opportunities come with challenges, and the main ones include cybersecurity risks, data privacy regulations, evolving legal frameworks, global competition, the need of resilience, the need for resilience. So entrepreneurship has never been simple, but today it requires even more strategic thinking and adaptability. So this is very important. The resilience is the last item in this list. It's very important. You imagine if the first aviation pioneers, after some accidents and disasters they have, even some of them died in tests of planes, what happened today if they not insist, if they were not persistent to continue to the tests and to produce finally planes that fly with a very low probability to be on the ground, so to be on the ground. Certainly, we would not have the aviation as we have today. If we go to the internet and watch, for example, the 24 flight radar, it's a software that I believe everyone knows, we can see the quantity of planes that are flying over all countries in the world. And it's incredible the amount of planes that are flying simultaneously. So I invite you to take a look on Flight Radar 24. It's a site in the internet that is free use, where you can assist to the flights and you can see all the flights that are going on in the moment. So this is important to transmit that if the pioneers of aviation decided to desist, to give up of continuing with trying to get a plane, today we would, of course, we would have not planes in the air. So entrepreneurship has never been simple. This is the question. But today it requires even more strategic thinking and adaptability. So I will conclude my presentation. And as we spoke before, there is only innovation with entrepreneurs. Okay? Entrepreneurs turn ideas into solutions, and they create value, drive impact, and build the future. Digital economy creates unprecedented opportunities that were unimaginable just a decade ago. So these entrepreneurs have many opportunities in terms of the digital economy. And artificial intelligence, the Web 3.0, remote work, the creator economy, sustainability, and immersive technologies are redefining how we live, how we work, and build business. So, entrepreneurs play a vital role in driving innovation and shaping a better world for future generations. Thank you very much for hearing this presentation. And we have so only 2 more slides to show you some, in this case, 2 initiatives. One in group with the University of Extremadura, Universidade de Extremadura, que António Fernández Portillo is a titular teacher. And our initiative will be a post-graduation in entrepreneurship and innovation. UOL and the Universidade de Extremadura are launching a postgraduate program in entrepreneurship and innovation. Will be taught in English at the end of the first quarter of 2026. This program is led by expert faculty and empowers aspiring entrepreneurs to launch their own ventures and drive meaningful innovation. This kind of program is very important because it will allow to the entrepreneurs have knowledge that allow them to produce startups, produce companies, and work with making their projects turn their projects in reality. So this post-graduation will have ECTS, is important for academics, and will be soon available at this site, https://academy.autonoma.pt. The second initiative will be between Autónoma and AEDEM. AEDEM will make the 2026 Global Summit here in Lisbon. Universidade Autónoma de Lisboa has the honor of hosting this prestigious event in Lisbon from February 22 to 24. So February 22 to 24, bringing together academics, researchers, and professionals to exchange ideas, present research, and foster knowledge dissemination. The summit will feature thematic panels and provide a unique opportunity to strengthen dialogue between academia, business, and society. Okay. If you have interest about this 2026 AEDEM Global Summit, you may find all the information in this site. Is head without e head aedem.org. Okay. This site is already in the air. You will see the next conference will be this 2026 AEDEM Global Summit, and I believe it will be important because one of the themes that is considered for this Congress are that the participators may present works on this theme on entrepreneurship and innovation. So thank you very much. António, you have the
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Antonio, for providing such clear information. Next, we'll open a question and answer session to address any question you may have about the postgraduate program, entrepreneurship innovation, or the Global Summit, and other questions. Please raise your hand to speak. To do so, click the button. Any question?
So can I ask?
Temos ali uma questão por parte do Carlos.
Posso? Ah, boa. Okay, so I'll speak in English because not everyone here, for my understanding, speaks Portuguese, so I think it will be better for everyone. So I have 2 or 3 questions inside of the same question, but I think I will make it easy. So of course, when we are, I'm interested in the post-graduation. Okay, I think it's very interesting. My question is about the subjects, because when we are talking about creating startups, and I've done some in my life, it's not easy. So what kind of contents are we speaking about? Financials, accountant, are we speaking about sustainability, project management? So what kind of contents are we speaking about? Because come on, 1 year is not, it's not possible to teach everything. So managing the risk, managing our emotional with adversity. I don't have cash and I need to go ahead. How I'm going to teach that. So that's my understanding, because real life it's not perfect. So sometimes when we want to do this kind of projects, we need to understand who we are, who the project is. I don't know. So my question is, what kind of subjects are we speaking about? Thank you.
Yeah. António, if you don't mind, I may respond. We have a program for this post-graduation program in 2 semesters. So we will speak about the fundamentals of entrepreneurship and innovation. It will be a introduction module. We will make business management and innovative strategies. We will speak about tools and methodologies to innovate. We will speak about marketing and selling for innovating business. All of this in the first semester. In the second semester, we will speak about financial management for entrepreneurs, sustainability and social impact. We will speak, of course, on project management. And in the end of the second semester will be produced a final project about a team from the interest of the student. So this is the resume of what will be treated on this post-graduation. I don't know if I answered correctly.
Almost just inside of the question, because it was so big, there was a miss for my part. For example, my fundraising, are we teaching that also, or that is out of the question?
Oh, the question, more than what may gives to create the possibility of creating startups, that is easy to find because we have access of the IAPMEI site in Portugal, and it's a Portuguese institution, and they have different offers, some of them according to PPR, European Community Plan, and they have all the proposals they have to support entrepreneurs very clear in the site. So, of course, we may speak about it because this type of support exists in Portugal, but are also existing in Spain, entities that support this type of projects. But more important than what they give in terms of support, because you can consult on the internet on their sites, it's to give tools, to give methodologies, to give orientation to the students to make their own companies, to make their own startups.
Thank you. And once again, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Teacher. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions? No? Thank you very much for your time. This session, this way, very nice, has been very, very interesting for me. Catarina, we got your vision for the Autónoma, and Antonio, your vision for the entrepreneurship and innovation. With the final focus and the new program, entrepreneurship innovation, and the vision for the research with the global summit in is very, very interesting in Universidad Autónoma de Lisboa in February. We invite you to participate in, okay, one question. Yes?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi?
Hi.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt you. I would like to make a question for Catarina. If it's possible to know more about her and her business in any other way, is it possible?
Hello. Yes,
Hi.
sure. I will share with you my contacts, and we can talk about it whenever you want.
Excuse me.
Okay,
Would
please.
you step aside, please?
Okay. Thank you so much for your interest. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much for all. And I see you in the future in other webinar. See you in the postgraduate entrepreneurship and innovation or in global summit from Lisboa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye
much.
to all.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you. See ya.
Okay. Have a nice Christmas and very good New Year for all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays to you all. Thank you.
Thank you.